Sure. Thank you, Mr. Ravi.
Thank you, sir.
So yeah. So this is the certified fire protection specialist again, exam preparation. So this is an introductory class. So probably this will only last for at least 1 hour to give some informations, and we have to know each and every one, your backgrounds again, to formally introduce ourselves. So, oops. So, that's also here, yeah. So they said there's a ground rules, but this is just the basic things. We put our mobile phone in silent, interaction and participation and exercises. Question and answer or questions are welcome. You can interrupt me anytime you want. If you don't wait until I finish talking. Whenever there's something come up in your mind, you can interrupt me anytime. Because sometimes if you delayed it, you will forget. We will be going to another subject. So as much as possible, if you have some concerns, if you need some clarification, you need something to discuss it further, just interrupt me. It's all okay. We can interact. So yeah, what is this one? No side discussion, meaning murmuring or talking with seatmates. But normally it's just like that. But you can. I'm not very particular to it. You can discuss, of course. There are some questions that sometimes you just wanted to talk it to your seatmates. That's totally fine. Oh, okay. So this is me. I graduated as a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering in the Philippines. So I came from Philippines, and some here are from Philippines also. So I am a certified fire protection specialist, of course, and I have a UPDA grade. Also, it's C. Because of this one, since I think 2019 or 18, I took this one. So I think everybody's aware of it. They will start with training. So you will only get C after you exceeded 5 years. So I already exceeded 5 years, so they put me in C. But my experience, I will show it later. So I'm also a professional mechanical engineer. This is being given by the Philippine government. First, you will take a licensure exam for mechanical engineering. So after several years of experience, you become expert in something. You have to submit some documentation to prove it, and then they will conduct technical interviews, and even you will prepare some technical reports, and then they will grant you if they satisfied on it. Then we will give a license again as a professional mechanical engineers. So I am also a ASEAN Chartered Professional Engineers. So this kind of engineering things, it is being given to those within the ASEAN nation, like Cambodia, those kind of things, Singapore, Malaysia. So they recognize us as practicing mechanical engineers also in those countries. So yeah, again, CFPS. So this is my experience record. So I have been teaching before, same for the CFPS exam preparation in 2021 and 2022 with, I don't know if you know this training, True North Training Center. So I was an instructor there from 2021 and 2022. I just stopped it because of some workload things that I have. So I stop it, and I also give some technical presentation with regards to fire protection system, from fire pumps, sprinkler system, deluge system, clean agent, life safety designs, and those kind of things. And some of here had attended 2 weeks ago for the Society of Fire Protection Engineer Qatar. So I delivered there a technical presentation about the fire protection system for a deluge system. It's a water-based system. So professional experience, I'm a fire protection engineer. I started my career as a fire protection engineer in Saudi Arabia under Saudi Iron and Steel Company, or they call it Hadid. So it's a steel plant, steel manufacturing plant that during that time they have a lot of expansion, new what you call this one, new rolling mills, new DRI, all those kind of things, and even warehouses, substations. So I'm part of the design engineering, including testing and commissioning. So I worked there for 4 years, and then I moved here to Qatar. At that time, the name of our company was Lamier International, and later part of the 2016 or 17, our company was bought by Tractable NG. So, but same work, same thing. The projects basically that we handle is more on the substation part, which is under Karama. So we build substation from 6611 kV to super substation up until 400 kV substation. So mostly the fire protection that we put in substation is clean agent. There's a fire alarm system. There's a deluge system for protecting transformer, fire pumps, and wet sprinkler system as well. Yeah, it's a French company. Yeah, they have. No, we are under NG. Meaning NG is here. There's a group of company in NG. One of it is Tractable. So we are here, but we separated here. They are the one who's really directly coming also here as an NG, as a separate entity. But in reality, we are under them. But here we are separate. Yeah, we report. That's why we call ourselves as Tractable NG. But basically, NG is much more bigger company than Tractable. We are under the umbrella of NG. Yeah, because Tractable also, they sold it to another company again. Yeah. No, they call it, even I could not yet memorize the name. Anyway, we will be changing again another entity. I forget the name. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, these are my backgrounds. So, oh yeah, sorry. When I was in Philippines, I worked for electronics company. So the time I was as a facility engineers for the Furukawa Electric Auto Parts Philippines. This is where I started my career. So maintenance things and all those stuff before moving to Saudi Arabia. So again, let us formally introduce ourselves. But before we do that, pardon me if sometimes I could not able to pronounce your names. And really, I am very poor in memorizing names. But rest assured, I will remember your faces. So if I pronounce your name incorrectly, please let me know so that I can correct myself. Really, I would appreciate it. So I will start. My name is Vincent Balbuena. So I hope it is easy for everybody. Just call me Vincent. My friends call me Vince. Sometimes they call me Enteng. Enteng is on the Filipino side. I think the gentleman here knows it. So yeah, I work for Tractable NG as a fire protection engineer. So any health safety, what is this? Any health and safety? No, that is what we are going to discuss. All about safety and health, especially in the part of fire protection system. So let's start. Again, please stand up and introduce yourself, and please go ahead.
I'm currently working in Elite Fire as a senior design and estimation engineer.
Right.
And my occupation is mechanical engineer. Okay. I started by firefighting in 2011, means back in India for 4 years.
Right.
And 2016 I came to Qatar. First is Vijay Arabia, and second company is Snapco, and third is Arab.
Okay. Thank you. And sir, again.
My name is Saleh. I'm working in Snapco, Qatar, and my occupation is mechanical engineer. And I started my career in 2023 recently.
Still young, very young. Welcome, welcome, sir.
Is site activity. It's some safety. Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Welcome, sir. I hope we will really help you about this one. Yeah, again, sir. So, Jean.
I work with
Right.
I work as a division manager over there. Basically,
Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
for this, working in Ghana with contracting company, so project manager, looking over the transportation system.
Mhm.
My career started in 2008 in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, which part of Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, Saudi
Yes. Right.
Saudi University.
Okay.
Then I moved to Qatar 2011. Now, so the Qatar is now more than 14 years.
Great. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Let's introduce again.
I'm from Tunisia.
Right.
I have an experience of more than 22 years,
Wow.
divided in two halves. Start with the car manufacturing.
Right.
in my
Okay.
country, and after that, I make 180 degrees. So, 180 degrees from the land to the field of the contracting and the fire protection.
Right. Good.
Start with NAFCO.
NAFCO also.
Yes.
Oh,
And I'm passionate for opening new companies. So for the past 10 years, I opened 4 different companies.
I will join you. Okay. I know an old NAFCO engineer. He's a Filipino, but he moved now to US. I don't know if still.
Yeah, for sure. He was the head of the engineering.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zaldi.
Saldi, yes. Saldi. I met him many times way back in 2013 and 14 because he's very active in Filipino organization engineering. Mr. Saldi. Now I think he's in US. Sorry?
He's a good guy.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
From here, and career started in this as a DJ.
Right.
Started in 2012, and in 2014 I was, and 2014 I came here in Qatar,
Mhm.
and I joined in Design Association Consultancy, Qatar Design Association.
Okay.
Still I'm working there, and my duty responsibility, one part of it is a parliament design. So I'm like managing the other areas also. So since I want to explore more in parliament or like in the fire protection perspective, I want to.
Excellent. Thank you. We will not only talking about fire alarm, we will talk about the entire fire protection system. Yeah, including from the concept, those things. We will cover it all for this 35 hours, even if we need to extend. I told them, I told the Green International that if it is needed to have more hours than there, we will do it as much as the gentlemen will pass the exam. So welcome. Yes, sir, again.
I worked at one currently working at
Okay.
trying to extend my
We will do it. I hope I can impart some of my knowledge to everybody here. Yes, sir. Finally. Last in the classroom, we still have some.
My background is I master chemistry. Health safety, environmental sciences, last 22 years.
Wow.
I did work and I'm here since the last 10 years at the University of California here. They gave me responsibility as the director of facilities and health safety. So it's kind of when I took over for the facilities, I thought then I have to need more knowledge here.
Of course. Yeah, we will cover life safety design and all those things in this class.
Long time ago, I took the CF1.
Welcome. Welcome, welcome. And again, to our online attendees.
Hi. Yes.
Yeah, we
Uh,
start with Mr. Nagor
Yeah,
Selvam.
Nagur, colleagues, it's Nagur. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nagur Selvam. I am currently working in a DAR consultancy as a HSC manager. Okay, I am basically in the field of HSC for the last 20 years, and 18 years, last 18 years, I am in Qatar.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank
Nagor.
you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we move to Mr. Johnny.
Yeah, good afternoon to all. My name is Jake Joni. I'm working in a company Axiona. It's basically for a desalination plant in Ras Al Khaimah. So I'm working as a fire protection supervisor. So I have a 2 years of experience in the health and safety. For the past 3 years, I am working as a fire protection field. So it's all about me. So that's all about me.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Jack. And to Mr. Binish. Mr. Binish.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Ganesh, working in Ceasefire Solutions as a manager design and projects. So I've been in Qatar since 2010. So almost 17 years in fire protection systems. And a UPDA grade, an approved QCD engineer, NEBOR certified, all this. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Binish. And again, welcome everyone. So may I request, okay, I think they are all muted. Okay, for our online attendees, if you have some questions, just please let us know. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So next we will discuss this CFPS exam. What is this really all about? So CFPS certification, this is the Certified Fire Protection Specialist credential, was created in 1971 by NFPA, or the National Fire Protection Association, for the purpose of documenting competency and offering professional recognition for individual involved in containing fire loss, both physical and financial. So because I know most of us here is having an experience more than 5, some other have 20 years experience. So sometimes we have the knowledge, we know how this system works, but unfortunately, we don't have proof that we are expert on this. So that is the purpose of having the CFPS. So once you have this one, or after the completion of this module, we are going to take an exam, and hopefully we are going to pass this type of exam. So yeah, the CFPS exam, before the book that we use is the 20th edition, which is the red one, but now they changed it to 21st edition. So this is what we are going to use during the exam, this type of book, the volume, I mean the 20th edition. So the examination is based on a job analysis of fire protection specialist. The examination question are referenced in the NFPA Fire Protection Handbook 2023. So these are the payment that we have to do for the application for the exam fee. Now it becomes $500. Before it was $350. Now they said it's 500. So annual renewal is 145, but normally you can renew it one time every 3 years. But if you don't want to accumulate this huge amount, because if you add 340, so it's almost $500. So it's a huge amount. And if unfortunately you don't pass on the first time you took the exam, you can have a retest, and you have to pay it again for $199. But leave that leave that part. On our first time that we will take the exam, we will pass it. So just leave this one. Leave the retest. We will not need any retest. Sorry? No, the renewal will be every 3 years.
Actually,
Ah.
the CFPS
Okay.
2017.
Okay.
Last year I
Mm.
reviewed.
Okay. Ah, okay. No, because the certificate that you will get, it will be valid for 3 years. Yeah. Uh, every year or every 3 years, because they will send you an email. Because for me, I already renewed mine. Mm. Okay.
Every year until 2021.
It's okay.
So I pay every year $200 every year.
Oh,
Of the certification. Then after that, I went to India. I will be able to renew the payment. That's when they block.
I have to clarify it because in my case, initially, it's good that you asked this one. Initially, I took the examination. Yeah. I took the examination. I think it was 2019 or maybe 21 already. 2021. After 3 years, I have to renew. They will notify me that my certificate will expire on this particular month. So ahead of time, you have to renew it. So you have an option, either to renew it every year or you renew the next 3 years.
But you need to pay the amount of 145
Every
year.
year, yes.
You can gather them in one shot or every year.
Yes, I think what you did after 3 years, you pay only every year. Yes. In my case, I paid it the next 3 years. That's why my certification, again.
I
Mm.
have CFPS.
Mm.
That was why 2020. Okay.
Mm.
So that was why I am giving every year.
Okay, maybe that's the difference. Maybe you are correct, but in my part, I renew it twice because for me, I have an issue of sometimes I forget things. So if it is due and I forget it, you will lose the title if you will not renew it in a certain period of time. I will just give an example. I think some or most of you here have a UPDA or MMUP license. So unfortunately for me, I had it and then I forgot to renew. I just noticed it this year that I'm too stupid that sorry for the word, but every month that you will not renew it or it's exceed the expiration, they will charge you for 1,000 reals. Yes, so be mindful about it. I'm just giving it as an example so that nobody will have those kind of experience. Every month you have to add 1,000, and after 4 months that you are not renewing it, they will cancel it. So again, you have to take the exam again.
After 3 pass the exam or
No,
something?
no. Only renewal.
After 3 years.
Yes.
Every time, it's for life, it will be as long as you are paying per year $145.
Yes. But you have to provide some documentation that they require that you are continuously practicing the same. Yes. They will ask for certificate. They will ask for training. Where have you attended? You do some lectures. You attended some seminars. Those kind of things. Not only that one. Even if you are, let's say, doing some inspection in the site related to fire protection system, like RFI, those kind of things, material inspection for fire protection, doing some maintenance for those guys who are in maintenance, you can upload it there. Normally, what they are saying, they have to verify it, but normally they will not, because once they see that you have those kind of records, they will accept.
For this CPD, do they have any defined like what you need to do in a year or something? How that work?
No, there's just an equivalent. For example, in my case, if I'm doing some technical presentation, so I deliver it, let's say, for 1 hour or 2 hours, there's an equivalent value. Because if I'm not mistaken, for the next 3 years, at least you will accumulate, I think, 30 or 45 points. So every year, you need 15 points to accumulate. That's why they are smart, because means that you are continuously improving yourself. That is what the purpose about it. So this will be the book. Normally, this book you will bring it to the examination, and we will discuss it further later. So what are the requirements to become eligible to take the CFPS exam for candidates? So most demonstrate on the CF application that they met on one of the following criteria. So first of all, bachelor's degree in engineering, technology, or other related discipline from an accredited college or university, plus 2 years of verifiable experience, work experience dedicated to curtailing fire loss, both physical and financial, copy of college diploma or transcript, and resume are required. So normally when we are applying, we will submit all of these things, and sometimes or most of the time, from which company you are working for, you will ask a certification from your boss or managers that to prove it that you are working for fire protection system. So the second one is the associate degree in engineering, technology, or other relevant discipline from an accredited college or university, plus 4 years. So that is only the difference. If you are a bachelor's degree, you only need 2 years. If you are associated degree in engineering, you need 4 years verifiable experience. Or if you are a high school diploma, plus 6 years, 6 years of verifiable work experience dedicated to curtailing fire or both physical and financial, you can. So it doesn't mandate that you will have an engineering degree or you completed your engineering, as long as there's a particular number of years that you accumulated depending on which category you will fall. And definitely from all that we heard from each and every one of us, we have that even more experience than what they are requiring. So we are all qualified to take the CFPS application and examination. So who are the one that can be or eligible? So or that will benefits on this kind of things. So first of all, if you are in a consultant firm or a designer or an engineers, again, architect, we have architects here, civil, mechanical, electrical or electronics engineering, yes, facility managers, those kind of things, fire and safety engineers, managers, fire officers, fire marshals, fire inspectors, loss control specialists, technical sales, and even some of the risk managers, and a lot more. The only important thing is the last slide. You have minimum of 2 years or 4 years or 6 years, depending on your educational qualification. So this is just some of the examples that took the exam and passed for the CFPS. So what are the benefits that you will get when you became a what you call this one, certified fire protection specialist? Of course, because this is a 2-volume book. I think the book, did anyone see a CFPS book? It's 2-volume, and the last edition, the 2020, it is more than 3,600 pages. So for those 2 volumes. So of course, while having this course, it's 35-hour course, we will tackle each and every part of the book because that is very important. Starting from the concept up until to the type of fires and classifications, hazards, and those kind of things, which it will be applicable. So we will discuss it all. So we are expecting that when we pass this exam, we will become code expert. We will become code expert because we are going to try to cover most part of it, because that is part of the exam actually. When we took the exam, it's an open book. So yeah, we will discuss it. I'm just saying that mostly or most of the who pass the CFPS exam, they are become too familiar with the book that we are going to use. So what is this one? Sorry, the questionnaire during the exam. Normally it's 100 items. Yes, for 3 hours. Yeah, it's an open book, 3 hours with multiple choice. So no explain or experience, I don't know what is this one, but continuous learning, yes. As I mentioned earlier, when you become a CPS, you will have to learn continuously because every time that you're going to renew it, you need to submit some CPD points or what are the activities related to fire protection system that will support for the renewal of the CFPS. Volunteering means like you can become a technical speakers, you can educate other people and share your knowledge and expertise about fire protection system. Increments, of course. You can use this one as a selling point. If you are a CFPS, let's say, I can say, oh, I'm a certified fire protection specialist. So it could boost your what you call this one, financial status. So decision making, of course, because some of the people around you will be relying on you when it comes to technical things, technical discussion about your expertise as a fire protection specialist. So they will look upon you and they will ask you, what can we do about this kind of things, how we can solve it? Because normally we are constantly facing a lot of issues, especially for those engineers or and even for in the fire contractors. Constantly, there's a problem. There is always a problem, especially in the construction site. So job improvement, of course, it is similar as to the increment. So it will elevate our status once we get the certified fire protection specialist, and you can include it in your post nominal, like PMP, those kind of things. So you can put it on your name. It's a beautiful. You will see it CFPS. Your name, then CFPS. It's very beautiful. Okay. Now we'll go to. So here in Qatar, actually there's two options when you take an exam. But here in Qatar, normally the examination is all online or computer based. But in some part of the world, like for example, if you are taking it in USA or in the United States, you have option to take it manually. So you will shade all those things. But here, it is purely computer based. There's a accredited testing center that once you paid it online, then they will give you the link in which training center you will be going for the exam. So
How frequently they conduct that? Like, are there any timelines or anytime you can book that?
anytime you can book. It depends on your preference. If you feel that you are already equipped enough to take the exam, you can take the exam. They will schedule you. They will give you a schedule. After the application, and then you will select which particular date and time you want to take the exam. So for taking the exam, the following rules and procedure will be strictly enforced on the day of the examination. First, the examination will begin promptly at the hour designated by the proctor and at the stated time allowed for each participant exam offering. So candidate must report to testing center at least 30 minutes prior to the start of the examination to ensure proper check and procedure. So candidate will not be allowed to enter the exam immediately after it starts. So just give ample time, to relax, because normally they are going to check your book because you have the physical book. So no photocopy are allowed. When you go for the examination, you must have the original book. You bring it there. Sometimes they will verify it, and then they will allow you to sit in and wait until when it will start. So, of course, visitors are not allowed in the test room. So candidates are allowed. Actually, this item number 3, maybe, but in most cases, they are not allowing you to stand up and go out of the testing room because it's first of all, it's only 3 hours. You want to save much time as possible. So before you go to the testing room, do everything like you pee, you use the bathroom and everything. Bring some water with you if they allow it, so that you will be focusing only on the examination because every minute counts. You lose 5 minutes, it's a big amount of time. No, not here. There's a testing center. During that time when I took it, it's Prometrics. If I don't know if someone heard it, Prometrics. It is in Abu Hamur area. So the testing center was there that time. I don't know now if they are still there. But I discussed with them if they have already accredited for it, but they said they are on the process of applying it. So yeah, candidate, I don't encourage to go out because losing time for this kind of exam is very critical. You know, 3 hours is very quick, especially if you are busy trying to find the answer for some what's it called, some questions. It will fly by. It's very easy. 3 hours is very easy. It's up to you. Yeah, any date. You will just because when you apply for it, there will be dates, available dates when you want to exam. Yeah, there's a slot. You want it in the morning, you want it in the afternoon, it's up to you. So, but I encourage everyone to take it in the morning because you are fresh. You have not been subjected to stress. So do it in the morning. It's better to have it in the morning. So unless otherwise specified, examination begins at 8 a.m. and at 11. But this varies depending on the schedule. But local time here, because when you select Qatar, they will give you local time, not the US time. It will be local time. So candidate will not be permitted to continue the examination beyond the allotted time of 3 hours. Normally after exactly the 3 hours, because there will be a time on your screen when you are answering it. So you will see how many minutes and seconds you have left before completing the exam. So just be aware of it, of the time that you have left, because once the 3 hours have been completed, it will block, meaning you will no longer have access to it. It will be blocked. So candidates are required to report to the examination room. Again, 30 minutes is just repeated. So actually, this item is for those who are taking the exam manually. So candidates should bring also same pencil. You don't need pencil. You just need book, and that's it. Again, as I mentioned earlier, no photocopies of any part of the handbook will be permitted in the examination room. So one of the rules that NFPA have before, they can put tabs, you know, in the book because it's a big and in very thick book. They allow you to put tab, meaning you can put tab on the book. Let's say this is chapter 1, chapter 2, and you can highlight also in the book. Let's say there's an interesting item there, you highlight. It's allowed, but it is not allowed to write anything in the book that can be erased. Meaning once you put it there, it should be permanent. Even the tab should be permanent when you tab the book. But I have to verify it again because I don't know when you took the exam if it is allowed to. I think when during our time they allow the tabbing, correct? Yeah. But now I have to verify with the testing center, I mean to the Green International, if they still allow it to do those kind of things. But basically, yes, they're allowing it. So yeah, so no, it is not allowed to have a, what you call this one, photocopy. It should be an original book. And normally the proctor will scan it before taking the exam. Sorry?
How to get the book from here? How that works?
To get the book for the exam, I think they have book here. I don't know what is the arrangement now, but we can discuss with them. If
Exam they will give.
yeah,
Exam time they will give.
yeah, I think
10 people are writing the same. They not close them up.
normally, when I took the exam, we are only 2 in the room. We are only 2. But during my time, in my case that time, I had a book, but it's the old one, the 20th edition, because it helps a lot to scan, having a feeling of that one. But I think they will allow you to review physically the book but maybe only here, or maybe during the exam they will allow you to use it. I'm sure they will allow, maybe.
Yeah, it will be difficult to get this, like, you have to order this. from them
Yeah.
And ship it here. So, like,
Maybe just 2 to 3 weeks, yes. But if
they make a copy also. So looking at their make a copy.
Mm.
So what they said, if you give it to a real, they will give it to review. Then when you return the book, they will give extra money.
it's like a guarantee that if you lose or something. Okay, understood. Okay, so yeah, let's go.
Yeah, sir, can I ask one question?
Yes, please go ahead, Mr. Johnny.
Yeah, the questions will be same repeated question every exam or different questions?
Actually, it is not repeated. There's a bank of questionnaires that
Okay,
they have. For example, they have 5,000 questionnaires. During our time, they said it's a 5,000 questionnaire.
okay,
There are chances that maybe 5 or 10 questions will be repeated from one examinee to another, but
okay,
it will not be always the same because it is being randomly provided by the system. Even for example, we take the exam at the same time. Let's say 2 or 3 of us take the exam at the same time. There's no guarantee that the question that will be received by the other applicants will be the same questionnaire that I'm receiving.
okay, yeah.
It's a random. It's a random
Random
question.
question, okay.
Yeah.
So anyhow, we can refer previous questions, so that will good for us.
I think they have it. They have here the
Okay.
previous questionnaires, and even
Okay.
I can share personally mine.
Yeah.
Mine. When I have the review, I can share it with everybody here. And but of course, I will ask the permission of the training center if they allow me to share it. But
Okay,
those questionnaires that I have in mind,
okay,
it is referred to 20th edition. But it will be still essential because based on what I have seen from the 20th edition and 21st edition, there's only a minor changes. Maybe
yes, yes,
the numbering will be different, the pages will be different, but the content is 95% will be same.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I will ask them if they allow me to share it with you, but I don't think there will be some issue about it.
Yeah, yeah, thank you, sir. That's good.
Exams for this.
Yes.
skills.
Yes,
That's all.
yeah, so that's all right. And even that's why that I'm saying, even my personal things that I have during the time, I can definitely share it with you. Any other question, Mr. Johnny?
Sir, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I think they will give you an access, each and every one of you, for for example, you could not able to attend one session. What I heard from them, now they will give you an access, each and every one of you, that you can go back to the old sessions. So, even you can attend as much as you want to attend until you not yet passing the exam. So I think that is the trade that what they are selling here. Right, okay. So again, candidate is responsible to bring the exam notification letter. Yeah, because you will receive a what you call this one, confirmation. Which date you are going to take, what training center. I mean, what is that? Like what I've said is Prometrics. If you are there, then they will ask you for it. What will be the schedule, and you have to give it to them. And also, candidates are required to show this, as a proof, like QID or driver license, to make sure that you are the person who is going to take the exam. And then again, candidate who fails to provide evaluation, of course, this will never happen. All of us will always bring anything that proves that, let's say QID and all those kind of stuff. So, the CFPS board requires that certificate holder be recertify every 3 years. So this is what we are talking about. But again, you can renew it yearly, as the gentleman had done before. So requirements for the certification are based on a point system. So this is what we are discussing about earlier. That includes credits for continued work experience, technical committee members, publishing articles, attendance at conferences, or becoming a what you call this one, speakers, continued education, and other professional certification or registration. So specific information to be communicated to new certificate holder upon successful completion of the certificate. So I think it's 30 or 40 5 points. There's a I think 9 types that, for example, how many seminars you have attended, there's an equivalent or corresponding points. How many inspection you have done, how many interaction, even your organization, you can include it there. It will give credits if you publish something. Let's say maybe LinkedIn, you posted something in LinkedIn that is very important and essential as a fire protection, a certified fire protection specialist. Put a screenshot and upload it there. That's fine. That's part of it.
Yes, sir. Slightly the our system.
Yeah.
So in that, it's how many
It is if I'm not mistaken, it is 45 points. Yeah. 15 points every year.
This term they're using recertified is different. Recertified mean that will go through an assessment or examination.
Not examination.
It's more kind of point like
Yes, only the CPD that they will look at. But most of the time, they're not going to call you to check all those things. As long as you submitted it, it will the only reason that it will be rejected if you are not in compliance, meaning you miss 2 or 3 points, but they are not very particular. Even sometimes you miss 2 or 3 points, they can accept it, because sometimes you cannot move to payment. You cannot put into payment mode until you satisfied the requirements. Yes. What else? Yeah. So this is the example. This is actually, this is not mine. This is for Mr. Mustafa Siraj. So this is he took it on last year, and it will be valid for 3 years. So you will get the certification upon taking the examination. You will get the result. Normally, the result will be immediate. When you take the exam today, in just I think few hours, or maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour, or even less, you will get the result. And they will send you an email that's stating that in next 2 weeks, you will receive your certification, which will be in this kind of form. Yeah. Before, even they are sending it physically before. But now, because of some environmental things, just electronic, they will send. Before, they are even giving a pin. Next time that we will have next week, I will put my pin, because that time there's a pin. But now, no more pin. They're not giving free pin. So this is the example. This will be your certification number. Okay. So let's talk about how we are going to pass the exam. This is a little bit interesting. So of course, we have to prepare it, prepare in advance of the examination by becoming familiar with the content of Fire Protection Handbook, which we talk about is in 21st edition. So there will be sections. Under section, there will be chapters. It will be around up to section 20 or more. And that will include the basic of fire protection, the chemistry of fire, it will be there, life safety, what type of occupancies, industrial application. We have fire alarm system. We have how the response of the, what you call this one, the fire department. It's all detailed there. What type of water-based fire protection, fire pumps. They're very specific for a fire pumps. I think it is in section 17. or 16. And then the entire water-based fire protection system, the entire gas fire protection system, and those type of occupancies, there's a dedicated section for only for occupancies. I think it is in section 20. So it will be detailed there. Mercantile, all those things, industrial occupancy, healthcare, those kind of things, assembly occupancy, everything it will be covered. So after the proctor has distributed the examination review it entirely and answer any questions you can without use of the reference. So what they mean by it, of course, we are going to have a lot of practice testing, mock-ups here. For example, next week we will have this kind of topic, let's say the basic chemistry of fire. So first of all, now we will discuss all those things, and then at the end of the session, if we have the questionnaires for that topic, we will send it to you. You try to answer it, and then we go back the next week, and then we will answer it. How did you find it? So for the entire course, of course, you will be familiar with how you are going to find those kind of things. How? And some of the question might be very easy, very, very practical. Let's say, what is the color of sprinkler head, which is red? So anybody knows it? Temperature rating. Huh? Yeah, 60 or 57 or 68 degrees Celsius, which is
Questions, how many minutes, how many, what's question, how
required.
what's the 100, what's the question? So 2 minutes for this.
Around 2 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. That's why it is very important. First, you scan the entire 100 questions. There are some questions there that are very easy. They will ask you, just like what I have said, for the sprinkler head, for the red color sprinkler head, what is the rating? So it's very simple. It's a 57 or maybe 68. That is for that color. And what else? What are the type of fire extinguisher used for class A, something like that, which is very basic. What are the other parts of fire triangle? So we know it, that fire triangle will compose of what? Anyone? Fire triangle. Heat, right? What else? Oxygen. What else? Huh? Yeah, no, I mean, the fire triangle will be composed of, you need heat, you need fuel, and oxygen.
Oxygen.
Yes, that's correct, oxygen. So they will tell there, fire triangle is composed of oxygen, heat, and then blank. So easy, very easy. You don't need to open the book, just answer it. And then go to the next question. So again, the second round will be which you know it that I can answer it by opening the book in a specific location. Let's say the question is about life safety or chemistry of fire. So chemistry of fire, I think it is in section 2 or section 3. I'm not so sure, but you knew it, that where you will find it. Because sometimes they are asking also, like what is the symbol for potassium in chemistry? So anyone? Potassium. K. Exactly, K. So you no need to open the book. You know it, K. You will find it, K. But there are some questions that specifically ask for numbers. Like, for example, travel distance from what occupancy? Let's say assembly occupancy. So what is the travel distance for assembly occupancy if it is sprinklered? So definitely what? 61? Yes. So those kind of things. You know where to find it, but sometimes you don't know what is exactly the number. So you have to open the book. That is the second one. And the last part of it, those really, because there are questions that really it's too hard to find. Very difficult to find. Multiple choice? Yeah, it's a multiple choice. No, it's a multiple choice. Yes. But the trick of this CFPS, the entire questionnaires is taken out from the book, from the 2021st edition. There are some questions that you can find it in multiple area of the book. There are questions. Sometimes you can refer to section 2, sometimes you can refer to section 3, same narratives. The most important is you know where to find it. And I will assure you, we will have a lot of this kind of things. I mean, in the entire course, we will try to practice more so that even if you are sleeping, somebody asks you which chapter is the what you call this one, the basic fire. You know, maybe it's section 2, something like that one. So we'll try to have it as much as we can. So again, these are the requirements. I mean the criteria. So exam duration is 3 hours, and number of questions 100. Again, it's an open book examination. So and then the passing mark is 70. So for the passing mark, actually, what I understood from them, later on you will see the percentage, but not all the questions have similar value. You know, like for example, the easiest one, maybe you will get 0.5 point. There are some questions that is too difficult that it might equivalent to 5 points. So depending on the questions, that is how they rate it. Even the result, when you get the result, anyone here see a result of a CFPS exam, they will mention there how you perform for the life safety, how you perform for water-based fire protection, how you perform for fire alarm, how you perform for occupancy, those kind of things. There's a graph. When you pass the examination, you will see how you perform in its category, and later on we will see it.
One second. It's one paper. I remember CFI.
Yeah.
There's 4 sections, so you have to pass each section. It's not like that.
It's not like that. Yes.
Just for 70%.
Yes. Even if you have, let's say, below average for one section, as long as the entire exam you average above 70, all are good. Yeah. So what is this? Number of chances? What does it mean? Number of chances? Meaning, you can change. Meaning, that's what I understood. You put already one answer, you can change it. Yeah. Because there's no retest. Remember, when you do a retest, you will have to pay another $199. But you can, as long as it is not submitted, you can verify and change your answers. So time available for candidate after applying for exam is 12 months.
I interpret it differently. Number of chances is to write the exam, how many times you can attempt it.
Number of chances?
As long as they're paying,
Yes.
no problem.
Yeah. They only need money. That's the reality. As long as you pay, halas, exam. But once you apply, this is very good. Once you apply, you have the entire year. You have the entire year to prepare. That's why what I suggest, when you are before you take the exam, first you review, because even after this class, I think everybody already included in the group chat. You can ask any questions there. I will be there. I can answer things if you need some help. So, but this timeline, this will start upon your application. You have 12 years. But the good thing about it, once you applied already, meaning you are putting yourself a deadline that I have to take the exam within this period, so that you yourself also will be forced to do some review. do some preparation, because if you said, I will not, I will take an exam in December, but it's already October, you are not yet filing. So definitely you will not take the exam in December. Yeah, would you agree? Because you are not pressured to prepare. But if you already set it, I am going to take the exam on this particular date and time, you will be forced to review. Yeah. Okay, what else? Total available time for each question is, the average is only 1.8, so less than 2 minutes. But some of the question, I'm sure, just 10 seconds, you can answer it quickly. So just leave those difficult questions behind. You start for the easiest one. Don't try to kill yourself on the first question if it is too difficult. Just let it go. You can come back later. There's no problem. Okay. So this is how it works. These are the sections of the book. For example, safety in the built environment, meaning it's just only 2% being taken care of. So basic of fire and fire sciences, this is what this will explain how the fire is being generated, what are the tests that being done. This will include the pyrolysis, those kind of things. Anyone knows about the pyrolysis? And then what is the composition of fire, how the fire is being developed, those kind of things. Then information and analysis of fire protection, just only 3%. That's why even in our review, most of the highest point, we will give more details about it, because questions will be coming from there. So human factors in emergency. Human factors in emergency, it is like here. How normally people is reacting to fire. Meaning, if you heard the first time the fire alarm system, you will rattle, meaning you are really forced to go out, correct? The first time you hear it. But if there is always a false alarm, you will be used to, come on, it's false alarm. I will not go. But you don't know when it will be the real one. So those kind of things will be included in the factor in emergency. And some people really, they don't believe that there's a fire until they see a smoke or real fire. But when those things happen, it's already too late. The fire can escalate drastically depending on the setup and location of the fire. Anyway, then fire and life safety education, those things, chapter materials and products, we will discuss it more. What kind of products, and storage and handling of materials. This is very important. In my case, I think I had 2 or 3 questions from there. Special equipment, the processes and facilities. This is like painting, those kind of things. What else? Some plants, it will be included there, processes and facilities. Then building services, it will be there. And then fire prevention practices. And then non-emergency fire department function, they did not even put there. Fire department emergency operation, fire detection. See, fire detection in alarm system. It's giving 10 points, so it's too big. I mean, it's a big part of the questionnaires. Water supplies for fixed fire protection. So this is very tricky. They're mentioning here water supply and fixed fire protection, but the fire pumps will be part of it. The fire pumps and storage tank will be there in section 16. So we will discuss it more. And yeah, this both 15 and 16 will be giving 17%. This includes the entire water-based sprinkler system, the LUDs, and all those stuff, pre-action system, suppression system, and potable fire extinguisher. Meaning this is the what you call this one, the clean agent system, and then the portable fire extinguisher. It is detailed there what type of fire extinguisher, portable fire extinguisher you will have, and it gives 5 points. But basically, in the case, in my case that time, they only ask for fire extinguisher is what is wood, is what class. of fire it will be. So basically, it's a class A fire. And whenever there's a wood, it's a class A fire. And then confining fires. So meaning this is about what you call this one? What is it? Compartmentation. Meaning what is the fire rating of the building? What is the separation between one compartment to another? It will be there. This is the classification of building classification. I think some of you knows about the building classification. It's class 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I think up to 5. So it depends on what is the fire rating. So the one is the most stringent, which is it will be 442, 444, and then 222, and goes down. Those numbers are the fire rating. Okay, so structural fire protection system, protecting occupancies and even transportation fires. But some of those, that's why they're not giving some what you call this one points is they're feeling that there's no much questions from there. You might get one, but it's very rare. They really mostly they really focus on this part. So the class, what they have mentioned here is 2 to 7, but I think it's very exhausting to have from 2 to 7. So basically we will be here 2 to 6. So how many hours? 4 hours? 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 hours. But depending on you, if you really want to continue, or we will agree on if you are still okay with the 5-hour setup, I can. But for me, to have a quality learning experience, we take it, for example, because we will have a classroom discussion for 3 hours, correct? 1 hour for question and answers. And then you will have, what you call this one? Assignment. Assignment meaning we will, if they allow me, we will give you some questionnaires when you go home, so that the next week, before we start a new topic, we will discuss first how you answer those kind of questions, what are the difficulties, then we will tackle, then move to another subject. So next week, we will try to have 7 to 2, okay? So that you will feel if you really need up to 7, or you really need to, let's say, just only 6. That's more than enough for you. Because I want to have maximize. I want you to
You divide by numbers. Number of places.
yeah, but that's why it depends on you. If you want to have to have a 2 to 6 or 2 to 7, I have no problem. Yeah, it's all depends on you. As long as you are maximizing your learning, that is the most important for me. It's not about the we discuss, let's say, 7 hours, but the retention of learning is too less. It's no good. I don't want you to have, you are spending a lot of money for it, and then the retention is very less. It's no good for me. As an instructor, I want everybody to maximize the learning. So, but this is important. Don't mind about it. 37 hours, 35 hours will be the entire experience for the CFPS training. I mean, the lecture for it. So yeah, not including this one. This one is not included. We are just introducing, so that you will have full experience for it. I don't know if there's still slide. Oh, nothing. What is this?
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. So what else? So any question? Any question? From our online attendees, sir, you have any question?
Nothing, sir. It's okay for me.
Okay.
If someone missed the class, we will have a recording.
Yeah. There's a recording.
So when you say 35 hours, do you have that like 5 hours part or 5 hours part? Something like
Yeah. There's a program. Yeah, we have a program. For example, we will have a program. Yeah. For example, for this one, the first day we will discuss the basic of fire protection. So those entire session, because it's a 10-point item, we might have one session for it. For example, for the safety and built environment, information analysis, and human factors, we combined it in one session also. We are just going to learn those important part of it. And of course, this characteristic of materials, this will be a single day, probably, and so on and so forth. But it does not mean that we will follow each section. We might start with the basic fire science, and then the next week will be this one or this one. But we have already a full program for it. Yeah, that is being stretched to 35 hours. Yeah. Any questions? So I think that's it for today, and I hope to see you all next week. And I'm happy that I met everybody here. That when I was in another training center that time, only 2 or 3 tents, because that time it's the peak of pandemic, 2021 and 2022. So most of the people are afraid to go to the center. But as I try to educate, I can say educate. I try to impart whatever I learn. The retention of learning, it's much more when you are interacting with people, the retention compared to when you are online. So that's why our online attendees, we encourage you also to join here. We will have much more better interaction. So that's all for me. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. What is this post record?